I wanted to just talk for a couple minutes because this is something that's come up if you're in online radical feminist spaces, how important it is to embrace cultural diversity within radical feminist spaces and make space for everybody and make space for everyone to feel comfortable and express their voice without feeling any fear. No woman should ever feel fear to communicate within a radical feminist space because she's intimidated by somebody else who's in that space with her. Radical feminists should vehemently reject racism always. It's core to radical feminism. It should be a safe space for all women. All women are welcome here. And yeah, diversity of perspectives makes us stronger and should be celebrated. Diversity in culture makes life vibrant and interesting. We all bring a different perspective. We can all learn from each other. Even as we read these poems together today, you guys brought up things that I hadn't thought of, even though I have spent a week with these poems thinking about what I wanted to say about them. And you still brought up new perspectives. And that just shows you how valuable it is to have all of our perspectives here, and then we can learn from each other, even when we have slightly different ideas about things, right? It's like, that's what learning is. It's about expanding your mind, which is so important. And again, it's so important that we stand up for these kind of principles to make these spaces safe and welcoming for all women. I know that there are some women out there who do feel alienated and like no one is coming to support them. And it's very, very important that we stand up for them and stand by them. And even at the expense of internet clout or whatever. So that's kind of what I have to say about that. Reading some of the things that I read this week around the internet from other radical feminists, that they don't feel welcome and they don't feel safe in certain spaces. And they've been made to feel unsafe by other women using the term radical feminist to label themselves absolutely breaks my heart. It's not what we should be promoting or standing for at all. It's something we have to always be mindful of, including people, including their perspectives and their voices. At some point, I might want to talk about that history within American feminism of the split that some women, felt that Black women should have a voice and some shouldn't, and it's a messy and very unfortunate history, that part of feminism in America. And again, like we talked about today, it's so important to study history so we don't ever repeat it, especially the things that we know were wrong and that we could learn from. And yeah, it's not something that I know a ton about. I have studied the suffrage movement a little bit, but it's something I feel like would be worth going more into depth in. And again, like to learn from those women's mistakes, like what were they thinking and what happened that led up um to them coming to those conclusions that certain women shouldn't be included, like, which seems insane to me now, but yeah.